That's what my starting point is. So, and I like this. So now, many of us in the room here, how many of us are not getting professional referrals right now? Raise your hand. Let me see. I need to know who's not getting professional referrals right now. Keep them high. So basically, you're in a boat of about, like, let's say 40% of the people here who don't have any connections or contacts. So it's actually a little bit harder without the connections or contacts. However, you're part of 5 chambers, you just said. So, and you said about 800 members total in these 5 chambers?
No, more than that, probably about 1,500.
1,500 businesses. So here's your first goal here when it comes to this, because everything is about power partners, right? How can we take people that we already have a good working relationship with, leverage that relationship to piggyback it into places that we can't get into or places where we don't have any connections or contact. So let's start off with the first quarter. All right, so now not gonna go fiscal. I'm just saying the next quarter, which is really like the second quarter. So we'll just say Q1 of the 12-month period. All right, first thing we want to do is seek your chamber. Now, what I like about chambers is a lot of chambers are hit and miss. Like, I don't necessarily recommend joining a chamber unless someone knows the bodies in the chamber, like what business entities are in there. The fact that there's 1,500 businesses represented, I can guarantee some of the chambers that you're a part of are going to have healthcare entities present. They all do? All right, so you didn't hear that, folks, but
they all do.
Every chamber that he's a part of has healthcare entities. That's our starting point. All right, so when we're going in there, we're going to find out from the chamber. We want to find out and start off with those power partner entities. So you are a private duty, correct? All right, so he's private duty. So who should he seek out at this chamber for the three-legged stool? Hospice and home health. Hospice, home health. All right? So that's 2 business types. Guarantee there's at least 4 or 5 of each of those in the chambers that you're a part of. So that's huge, because if you're already in the chamber, you already have a foot in the door. Find out when they're there. How often does your chamber meet? Every 2 weeks, a month?
Well, it depends. They all vary, but we try to get to each chamber at least once a month. It'll be different events. You know, some do after hours, some do morning. So we kind of parcel it out so that we go to each chamber at least once a month. Some are 2 a month if it's a good event.
But it's good because if you have 5 different chambers, every week you're going to something.
Yeah, well, 2 of them are pretty small, and they tend to piggyback with the other chambers because they're all kind of in the area. So they'll do a networking event with maybe 20 chambers, and so we'll go to those networking events.
Awesome. So then, as you're going to these events, as you're going out there, remember everything that I trained you yesterday in the Power Partnership. So make it your business as a goal for you and everybody else. When you go to a networking event, you go to a chamber event, you need to speak to 5 people for 5 minutes, and you need to book a meeting from a meeting with 2 people to talk for business afterwards. That's why I'm giving you this as a goal for the entire quarter. Because as you're going through that power partner process, that's going to get you with your hospice, with your home health. You'll probably get a couple of potential power partners just from going to those meetings, have that cup of coffee, do those tit-for-tat lunch and learns. By the end of the next 3 months, you should start to get referrals coming in from your hospice and your home health.
Yeah, we've always done the first 2. We've never booked the meeting from the meeting, get the network click. So, I mean, we meet with them maybe through, but then again, when you go with the email, or you tend to drift apart. So, yeah, I picked that up yesterday right away. Make the meeting at the meeting. Yeah.
And it's interesting because the reason why I say the BAM famming with everybody on this is because that's exactly it. For those of you who haven't started marketing yet, you hear what Tom just said? Right? We call people, we email them, and they don't ever follow up. I see them at the meetings. I'm trying to set something up. Do it on the spot. It's very face-to-face in the moment when they're talking to you. It sounds like a good idea. Let's do this. Let's get the appointment. And if we're doing this with several folks, yeah, some people will blow us off, but some people won't, and those are people we move forward with confidence, all right? So what I'm going to do here as we're doing this, I'm going to write down some numbers down here at the very bottom. It'll take you the end of the quarter to start getting referrals from each of these. But let's say you get 2 hospices and 2 home healths to refer you, 12 apiece. That's 25 from home health, 25 from hospice. That's 50 clients. over 12 months' time. This is not a big number, all right? You just notice what I said. 2 hospices, 2 home health, 12 clients apiece. Putting this in perspective, that's 1 client a month. That's all the expectations that we're looking for here. But from 4 of them, that's going to give you 50 clients, all right, in the next 12 months. Now, 50 clients, just using some average rough numbers here, save 30, 40 hours per week per client. You're doing live-in, which is even higher than that. That's going to generate close to $500,000 in revenue just from getting your power partners to refer you.